Hello there, my beautiful friends. Thanks a million for joining me once again. Now, before I get on to my 5 winners on last night's video, let's give a big shout out to Holly Doyle, who's still in hospital. I never even knew she had a fall last Friday at Bath. She was lucky. Now, she's going to be out of action for a long time with a very, very badly fractured leg, but she's still alive. People haven't a clue, most people haven't a clue what jockeys have to go through. The amount of jockeys and horses as well that lose their lives to serious. So always remember that when you're gambling. Big shout out to Holly. She's even still working her podcast as we speak from the hospital bed. Some woman, lovely woman, great jockey. Get well soon, Holly, okay? Now, there's something I wanted to ask you as well in previous videos, which I keep forgetting. I'll get onto the race now 1 second. Can anybody out there name the beautiful horse that's in the thumbnail of my videos? Name that super horse, please, if you can. Right, we're going to move on. Seems tomorrow is Saturday. I picked out 3 meetings. But I have some very, very huge prizes. I have a nap and I have a massive each way nap. Now, the 5 winners I had today from last night's video was the 520 in Tramore, number 4, won at 6-4. The 715 of Wolverhampton, number 1, won at 9-4. The 7 o'clock at Tramore, number 15, won at 4-1. The 810 in Tramore, number 8, won at 2-1. 4 winners at Tramore. And then I said I'd go to Chepstow. The 3 o'clock at Chepstow, number 6, was my nap. 3-1 winner. Hard to get 5 winners in the one day, I don't care who you are. And I don't go into all the form of the horses. I just pick them out and give it their number in each video. That's all I do. But I am after studying for hours upon hours. Anyway, we'll move on straight away to the first of the 3 meetings, and I'll race through these. Race through them, I didn't mean to say that. Anyway, the first race at Beverley is the 145. And I've gone for number 1, Urban Glimpse. PJ MacDonald for Andrew Baldwin. There's some tough races there tomorrow, lads, and they're classy enough horses, but it's hard to pick a few winners. Well, we're going to pick a few winners. That's what we're here for. Now, I make these videos for you. I don't back horses. Remember that. I'm spending hours upon hours to do this for ye. You. So, please appreciate it. Right, I'm going to get better and better at the talking and all this, whatever. A few cans of me last night, by the way. Yeah, number 1 in the first race of Beverley is 7-4. We'll move on to the second race at Beverley, the 215. I've picked out number 9, Cosmic Mystery. Now, first time out, Five furlongs, filly stakes, 25 grand. Second favourite. The only reason I picked out the horse is because number 1, he cost 220 grand. And the Watnam Racing, the horses are coming into serious form. They're going to have a mental year this year. So that's number 9 in the second race. 5-2 joint favourites. The third race at Beverley is the 448. And I also went for number 9. The Dancing Pirate, PJ MacDonald and Andrew Baldwin. Another 5 furlong sprint, 25 grand. He's 4-1. Second favourite. Right, we'll move on quickly now because I have 3 meetings. I won't hold you up too long. The fourth race at Beverley, the 325, I've actually picked out nothing. There's 3 runners and the favourite is 1-3. So affect that. The fifth race at Beverley is the 4 o'clock. And I've picked out number 5, Frankie's Dream. Now, remember this, I'm absolutely mental about number 6, Roberto Caro. But I picked out number 5, Frankie's Dream. He's 9-2. Paul Mulredden again for Cavendish. Is that 2 for Paul Mulredden? That's sure what harm. Jockeys get doubles, triples and whatever. Look at what Frankie done. The famous 7, the Super 7. The 6th race tomorrow at Beverley is the 432. And I have picked out Ibrahim, number 1. Dangerous little race, but sure look, you have to pick out something. Bradbury. Ryan Sexton for E. Bettle. Double check that. Yes, number 1 in the 432, 11-4. Right, hold on to yourself. The last race at Beverley is the 508. And I've picked out number 7. Copper and Fire. Joanna Mason for Ruth Carr. 1 mile handicap. Good old form. Lads, every day is hard with racing. You all know that. You all know that. Right. We'll move on to the second meeting, which is Chester. The 7 race card. And thanks for all the subs lately. It makes it worthwhile, like, doing these videos, you know. You'll get days when you won't get one winner. I do anyway. Then I get days where I get 7 or 8 winners. That's racing. That's life. The first race at Chester is the 115. And unfortunately, I went through and through this race and I had to go with the favourite, number 11. Town Queen. Even money. Couldn't even pick out an each way one in it. No, I won't. I won't. Second race at Chester is the 150. I picked out 2 on this. I went for the favourite again, number 8, Pure Grit. Was that the name of a Western? No, that was True Grit, was it? Anyway, number 8, 11-8. That's a good one. Number 8, 11-8. And then I picked out number 11 for an each way bet. Virtuous Star. D. Nolan for Richard Fatty. I'll get used to this talking, people. Bear with me. It'll take time. No drink tonight. You have to try your best. Third race at Chester is a 220. The 220. Don't forget now to try and name that horse on my thumbnail. Very famous horse. And I wish I had a gift. If someone, well, some of you probably will get it, but obviously I can't give you a prize, you know what I mean? But I'd be fairly kind like that if I could. The 220 at Chester, I picked out number 3. I am not going to be able to pronounce this. I am actually. Everett's. Charles Bishop, Eve Johnston Houghton. Eve Johnston Houghton. They are getting savage winners. Not a dangerous race, but I'll stick with number 3. Right. All the big races are coming out soon. The 4th race at Chester is a 253. And I've picked out number 10. Solar Pass, Oisin Murphy and Andrew Baldwin. 7-2 second favourite. I think he'll beat the favourite. Right, move on to the 5th race. The 330 at Chester. I went for number 11. Miami Matrix. He's 10-1. A good each way bet. Way you gone, baby. Kieran Fallon for P. Morris. 7 furlong handicap, 25 grand. I mentioned this in previous videos. He was 4th last time out. I like that. Years ago that used to mean that they were setting the horse up for this handicap when they finished 4th in the previous race. Anyway, that's number 11 in the 330. We'll move on to the 6th race at Chester. Only 13 minutes in. Plenty of time. When God made time, he made plenty of it. Always remember that. That's what my old mother used to say, God have mercy on her. The 405 at Chester. I picked out number 10. Trust Amy. I was mad about that Cherry Baker. Number 2. But I picked out number 10 and I'll tell you in a while. Trust Amy is 20-1. That's number 10 in the 405. Right, the last race at Chester is the 438. And I seem to have picked out 2 on this. So the first horse I picked out was number 7. Yep, double checking number 7. Miada. Ollie's Hangster. I think he was one of my winners today. I'm not even going to pronounce the jockey. Pierre-Louis Germain, whatever. Where am I? Yeah. Number 7, he's 5-1. And then I picked out number 8 for Richard Hannon. Blue Moon. Blue Moon, 10-1 for an each way bet. Alright, my friends, we're down to the last meeting now, so hold on to yourself. Hold on to yourself now for a minute. You're still all looking beautiful, remember that. Always remember that. Everybody looks beautiful. So we'll move on to Carlisle. Belinda Carlisle. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? That was a beautiful song. I say it was late 80s actually. Heaven on Earth. There's a strong favourite there on this, the 130, the first race at Carlisle. I can't go near him at 11 to 10. So I picked out 2 each way shots. This is the 130 at Carlisle, the first race. I picked out number 7. I'm not going to be able to pronounce him. Seffi Osborne for Charlie Johnson. Something like that. Number 7 anyway. That's why I love to give he's 9 to 1. Good each way bet. That's why I love to give the numbers. And then I picked out number 11. Star Harbour. An Irish trainer. Bringing 1 horse over. Adrian McGuinness. Rob Hornby riding. So that's the second horse. Number 11. In the first race at Carlisle. And he is 25 to 1. 25 to 1, folks. We're going to make a few bob. Well, you're going to make a few bob tomorrow. I might have a bet on my nap. We'll see. 16 minutes in. Bear with me. Bear with me. Second race is race number 2 is at 2 o'clock. And I've also picked out 2 each way bets in this. Big 15 runner handicap. 5 furlong dash. 6 furlong, sorry. The favourite starts off at 5 to 1. The Wattenham colours again. So these kind of races, I like to go with a couple of decent each way bets. And have at least 2 bets in each one. Anyway, blah blah blah. The first one I picked out was number 3. That's number 3 in the 2 o'clock. Jordan Electrics. Right, he's 12 to 1. Callum Rodriguez for Jim Goldie. There's a lot of horses in this. The horses in this race, they've no fault. Jeez, lads. 16 grand race. Not much farm in it. But that's my pick, my first pick. My second pick in the 2 o'clock is number 9. Marty Hopkirk. How did they name these horses? Number 9, Rossi O'Ryan. A lot of rhyming goes on in my videos, and they're not done deliberately. Anyway, number 9, ridden by Rossi O'Ryan. David Loughnane, what price is he? He's 20 to 1. Right, we'll move on to the third race. The third race at Carlisle. And I picked out number 1. And I'll tell you why I did that in a few minutes. Oh, I went through this race so many times. Starlust, Washington Heights. I went for number 1, Red Orange, 3 to 1. Right, we'll move on swiftly. Nearly there now, folks. Hold on to yourselves there. So the 310 at Carlisle, I went for number 1 again. It's strange is the money on favours. So I'm going to have a pop at him. Number 1, Kieran Schumacher for Owen Burrows. Azanaya, you know the horse number 1, Azanaya. He's 6 to 1. So he'd be worth an each way bet. 8 runners. You'll make a small profit. He won't be far away. Right, race number 5 at Carlisle. I picked out number 11. This is one of the big ones now. Just short of a mile, handicap, 51 grand. Right, where are you, number 11? Crest of Fire, David Probert for Jack Channon. Not a hard race, but look. And just for the record, I fancied number 2 for James Doyle and Hugo Palmer. But I went for a number 11. Let's go up to his price now fairly quick. He's second favourite, Crest of Fire, 4-1. Okay? The 420 at Carlisle is the 6th race. And I went for number 4. Another money on shot in the race. But I went for number 4, Lady Kodiak. James Doyle for James Tate. Good form. Lady Kodiak. Now remember, there's a 5 to 6 favourite in this. He'll probably go off shorter. And Lady Kodiak is 7-1. So again, like the previous race, he's guaranteed to be placed and you'll make a small profit. A winner's a winner. The 7th race is the 455 at Carlisle. I picked out a number 2, Saint Anton. Sean Levy, Richard Hannon. I looked at a lot of Richard Hannon's horses in a good few meetings tomorrow. And this is the only one I fancied. And I had some wild thoughts about number 4, whose name is Wild Thoughts, for Safi Osborne, Richard Spencer. He's 4-1, he's some price. But anyway, I went for number 2. Now I wrote these down less than a half an hour ago. And he's gone from 4-1 into 3-1. That's number 2, Saint Anton. We're just there now, people. My beautiful friends, we're just there. The last race at Carlisle, the 528. I went for number 3, Freddie Steady Go. Freddie Steady Go, Tom Eves. This was a tricky race. Very, very tricky race. Just short of the mile again. Tom Eves for S. Corbett. These glasses are about 5 years old. I can't really see properly. But number 3 in the last race is 8-1. Good each way bet. And if I had to go for the winner, I'd go for number 10, Married the Night. But my bet is number 3. So that's it, people. Coming to my naps now, hold on. That's 8 races, 7 and 7 and 14 and 8, 22 races covered in 24 minutes. Plus I get well to Holly Doyle. That's not bad going. I just run through the races like that. No expert, you know what I mean? Right. My nap for tomorrow. We'll see, can I make it 2 in a row? My nap for tomorrow, I won't even go back to the race now, I have a wrote down here, is in the 233 at Carlisle. Number 1, he's 3-1. You know what I will? I'll go back to it, because I named out the horse already. Yeah, Red Orange. Red Orange is my nap for tomorrow. At 3-1, right. I have a lovely each way nap. A lovely, I mentioned this horse earlier, Watch out for this horse tomorrow. The 405. No, he's not a Carlisle. I'm not going to go through the laptop again. The 405, you'll find it, is number 10. He's 25 to 1. That's my each way nap for tomorrow. So, 22 races covered, people, just for you, not for me. I might back the nap. So, I'll call it a night with those. It's just gone 12 o'clock. And I wish you the best of luck. I hope you made a few bob today and you'll make a few bob tomorrow. But stay safe is the main thing. Don't forget to gamble responsibly. Only bet what you can afford. And never ever chase your money. Because you'll end up skint. Never chase your money. Have a great weekend, bank holiday weekend here in Ireland. But the main thing is stay safe. God bless. Kenny from Tipperary. Over and out.